Welcome to the Inmate Wife. So this is part 2 of being part of a media frenzy. So reminder, my husband was just being spoken to by the FBI. He was not charged with anything at this time. So for the next 18 months, we had media just coming to our house. They were very intrusive, would knock on all our neighbors' doors. The only ones that would really talk to them were the ones who didn't know us. And it was really interesting because the one that did talk on national news first ended up coming to our house a couple of days later, and he's like, "Hey, we're having a party. Can you please not call the cops?" And it's like, "Sure, dude. You just talked about us on national television, like you know who we are, but we won't call the cops on you." So it was just incredibly awkward everywhere you went, like at work, at home, at the grocery store. You'd have people just stare at you and you didn't know if they knew who you were. Some people did say stuff to you. It was just incredibly uncomfortable. And you felt very unsafe, right? Because media would just pop up wherever and you're like, they're following you. It's very disconcerting as a female, especially when you're traveling with a young child. And it just really ended up getting worse because for me, I had not even known what was really going on. And then I started doing my own research with open source. I knew how to do all that stuff. And I was like, why aren't they reporting any of these 911 calls? Why aren't they reporting some of these things that were happening in Orange County? Like, that's kind of important to the story, don't you think? And so it just seemed very clear to me that this wasn't a holistic look, right, at anything. And I was very concerned that I felt like they were only targeting him and maybe not looking at anyone else or other circumstances. And so I just was very leery about it was clear to me their intent was to take him down, right? And because I was next to him, I was going to be going down with him. And being put on the national news for me was career ending. So I was never going to be able to work for CIA again. Reminder, I have a background in intelligence and international affairs. So it's like I'd worked my whole life for this stuff. And being put on national news in this sort of light was just career ending for me. I mean, I later lost job opportunities and was blacklisted. I mean, it was bad. And so, reminder, I ended up I'm not charged with anything. I had not done anything. And the DOJ and FBI never released my name, but the media did. And I feel like there needs to be greater accountability in the damage that they do to people because no one holds them accountable.